Well, hello guys, this is Marcus back again, this time with an all new Let's Play series, which I've actually only done one on this channel, which has been Crash Team Racing, so I thought I'd do an all new Let's Play series of Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy. So here we go. I think the first game that we're going to play is going to be the original Crash Bandicoot, of course, because I want to do it in the order of 1, 2, 3, which is when the games come out, because I think it makes the most sense to play them in that order. So here we're going to go with the opening cutscene first off.
But Dr. Cortex, we haven't determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex.
Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
So as you may have just seen, this opening cutscene is just absolutely awesome, guys. I think Vicarious Visions have done a great job with that. As I think they've done actually a pretty good job with the game in general. So here we go, first level is Sanity Beach. Ooga booga. I just can't help but do that impression every time I get a Ako mask, guys. You can probably see already the detail that they put into this is just great. There were one or two things unsure about the controls, but the rest of the game's pretty solid. So we've got invincibility now, which if you're quick enough and you can actually make it to the bridge in time, you can actually run across and you don't have to actually bounce on every individual crate, which pretty much just makes life really hard if you have to do that. And I just got lucky there. I've lost count in actually the amount of times I've actually played through this game. This must be my dozenth playthrough by now. So here we go, we've got the gem already on the first level right here, Sanity Beach, which has always been the case. So now we're on to Jungle Rollers. And I really do apologise for the smashing glass sound you can hear in the background, because the recycling truck's just outside at the moment, so I've actually timed recording this pretty badly. So hopefully you're not hearing that too much. And of course this is a challenge where the boys and the men are separated. Can I do it first time? Oh yes. In fact, to be fairly honest, I do that pretty often without any issues. And I've got all 3 tokens to unlock the bonus round. However, I'm not going to do the bonus round right now because I'm actually going to return to the level later on. When I've got the coloured gems that I need. In this case I need the green gem, which is from 100% in Lost City. Which can be quite a challenge. Because you've got to complete the Lost City, which is a pretty challenging level as it is, without a single death. However, I played through this game so many times since it's come out in mid-2017. So it shouldn't really be too hard. I'm pretty impressed with the job that the Vicarious Visions have done with the side-scrolling levels here. Because they actually look more three-dimensional. As you can see all the trees and the foliage and in the background, which you couldn't really see before in the original game, so that's actually come to impress me quite a bit. Oh crap! And I've just hurt myself, so now I can't get that Aku. However, it is not the end of the world because, as I say, this is another level that I can't get the gem on just yet. Another bonus round unlocked, but of course we're not going to do it again for obvious reasons. That's 3 levels down. What is it? 23 more levels to go, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and that includes boss levels. That's not including Stormy Ascent, which, yes guys, I am going to be doing Stormy Ascent. So here we're moving on to the first chase level in the whole Crash Bandicoot franchise. I believe the last one was in Skylanders, which is the Chili Challenge. So here we go, we're going to do the first one now, which is Boulders. I need to stop like impersonating the Indiana Jones movies here. Because it is actually a classic movie I absolutely love. What is it, the first film that this boulder chase scene actually happened? It was Raiders of the Lost Ark? Yeah, that's the one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Which I think Indiana Jones is actually one of my favourite classic movies of all time. Some may say Ghostbusters, some may say Jurassic Park, some may say Back to the Future. For me, it's Indiana Jones. One thing I have noticed in this in these remasters is the chase levels are much easier. The boulders seems a lot slower. Although it can get a bit close at times, but it were much closer than this in the originals, I tell you. And here we go, got the gem on that. Which this is actually the second level you actually can get the gem on, so... Of course there were no problem here. And you may keep hearing my chair creak, so I really apologise for that. On to Upstream. Another thing is loading times, as you may see. Loading times seem a lot quicker when the game was first released. Because I can remember when I first got the game, the loading times was quite long. I think it took like 12 seconds to load a level up. However, it seems to do it in a couple of seconds now, so it's probably actually even faster than the originals. Although I think they did do some work on the game when they released it on the other platforms, like the PC, Xbox and Switch. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Can I make it? Yeah. I don't know if you're actually seeing it on the video because YouTube's horrible compression, but when you jump on the lily pad you can actually see the water ripple effect, which I just think's brilliant. I mean, I just think it looks so nice, and apparently it was developed uniquely for this game, so that's actually a very nice touch here. And I've missed 25 crates because I don't have a gems yet, and I also did not do the bonus round like I previously said. However, I will be coming back and doing those later on, because I am actually aiming to 100% the game here. So now we move on to our first boss, which is Papu. And you may notice immediately that a very, very nice touch that they've done to this boss is they've given 5 hit points now, as opposed to the original 3 in the originals, which is, I think, a really good thing, because he was too easy before. And to be fairly honest, it's not that much harder, because he is an easy boss. As you can see, I'm just totally kicking his ass right now. In about 15 seconds he's down. Yeehaw! I actually missed that from the original games, you know. That's one thing I wish they would have still included. And of course we've now got a new unlocked character, which is Coco, which uses a time twister from Warped to go back in time to Crash 1 and 2, so that's really nice. Our addition here. But I'm going to continue to play as Crash, because I always play as Crash. I don't know why I just like Crash, but I might switch to Coco later on in the game. On some of the later levels. Hey, we've got invincibility again. I didn't expect that. And this is also the first level to have the Brio tokens as well, which lets you do the Brio bonus rounds. I'll let that run out when I can get extended invincibility. And also when you stand up and get run over by these rolling stones right here, he doesn't jump anymore, which has actually made the game a little bit easier actually, because that actually did sort of throw you off. Can make the player jump unexpectedly, which is no longer an issue. And I also like how the bouncy boxes only now take 5 hits as opposed to 10. Just like they did in Crash Warped, because it just makes the game more I don't know, it makes it less tedious, less repetitive, having to hit the box 10 times when you can only have to hit it 5. So, of course, we're going to do the Brio's bonus round, because I just find them fun. And even though we can't get the gem yet, I thought I'd do the Brio bonus round anyway, so you know, just why not? Of course, you need the blue gem from toxic waste too, in order to get that. So we're missing 27 boxes. Which is not really an issue, because as I say, we're going to go back for them later on. And no guys, I am not the type of person who likes backtracking, which is a pretty unfortunate case. So this is where the vehicle level catastrophe started off, which generally aren't too bad in Crash 1 and 2. However, in Crash Warped, I just don't like the vehicle levels at all. I mean, that's why Crash Warped is my least favourite out of the original trilogy, because there's just so many vehicle levels. And I don't particularly enjoy the vehicle levels. I just find none of the vehicles fun to drive. The controls seem a bit stiff. I'm mainly one for platforming. The flying levels in Spyro work well, but not the vehicle levels in Crash Warped. It looks like they've fixed the glitch where... First time I played this game, it took me absolutely ages to get over that last spit roast. Because every time I jumped over it, no matter how accurate I did it, he always tripped up over the last one, and I always ended up dying, which was a very, very frustrating glitch, which thankfully they're now fixed. This is the last level of Insanity Island, the first island, or Sanity Beach, whatever it's called. That's the first thing I've actually forgotten. For all we know, it's the first island, so. Many people view this as one of the hardest levels in the game, and as a child I agree, because I really struggled getting past the second island in this game. As a child, because this is actually the hardest of the original trilogy's Crash one, which I totally understand. I'd say the hardest level for me in n.sane Trilogy is, of course, what's the level? Sunset Vista. I nearly said Lost City, but Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista's always been a challenging level for me, especially with having the Cortex round to get the key as well. Loads of people say Slippery Climb, others say the High Road. Oh, the High Road, that... I never had a problem with the High Road in the original games, however I've always struggled with it in n.sane Trilogy. I think it's because of the way they've changed the jumping mechanic, because the controls overall are actually heavier. Normally I go behind there, but actually today I'm actually going to go the normal route. Which was actually a bad choice, because I got struck and bounced. I thought I'd actually add some challenge to it, so I mean, you know why? Heck not. Here we go. This is where it came out if I did the shortcut. See, you need the red gem, which is from Slippery Climb, so it's probably one of the hardest gems to get in the game. Because they've actually made Slippery Climb harder, especially with the new controls. They still needing to not die to get the gem, and also having to do the bonus round. And this is the first time I've died in this Let's Play, but at the end of the day it does not matter because there is no coloured gem to be collected. You can also see the backdrop in the background that they've added in as well, which is actually quite impressive, but it's still like a 2D image, as you can probably clearly see of the other islands, whereas in Spyro Reignited Trilogy they actually made the far objects 3D, which is actually something I like better about that game as opposed to n.sane Trilogy. And also another thing I like about this particular game as well is you can see the change in the lighting. You can see that the HUD has actually changed colour a little bit as well, so we're higher up and everything seems to have like a more cool tone to it, I'd say. Like a more pale tone to it, which is actually like a really nice effect. This is probably the most boxes I've missed so far. Oh no, 16. So now we are returning to the Wumper Islands. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. This has been part 1 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy. I sure hope you all enjoyed it. And please remember to, of course, comment, like and subscribe for more. Thank you guys, I'll see you in the next part.